MLB The Show tips roster predictions for Monday, May 2nd. We've got a big one coming, so I've had to split it into the hitters and pitchers. We're going to cover the hitters in this video. I split it because this is going to be the first time a roster update takes into consideration how the players have performed in 2016. That's huge because so far we've seen small changes in overalls based on fielding, speed, maybe what position they play. But this one's going to matter about what their average is in real life, how many home runs they've hit, how many strikeouts they've had if they're pitching. And it's going to include some big names, so that's why I'm excited to bring you this one. So remember, one thing the developers are very conservative about upgrading or downgrading players. They don't want to adjust the guys too quickly. So don't get your hopes up of plus 10s and 20s in their overalls. Now some guys should be on a warning list for downgrades like Paul Goldschmidt or Andrew McCutchen. They're batting under 300 even though we know they're better than that. And a guy like Anthony Rizzo who has one hit against the lefty so far, I don't think I'm going to see a huge downgrade anytime soon, but if he keeps it up, it's possible. So I'm going to leave those guys off my list because they're proven superstars. However, those stats are also reasons I can't upgrade them, and I don't think the developers will either. So let's get into the guys that I think should get upgrades or downgrades. The bigger the number, the more likely I think they're going to have an upgrade or downgrade and a change. And remember, I want to know about your upgrades and downgrades, so leave them in the comments section below. Leading off with catchers, we got Wellington Castillo. I think he could get a +3. He's tied for the major league lead in home runs off lefties with 4 home runs already against the Southpaws. Power versus lefty upgrade. He's also hitting .348, so good contact versus lefties. Now Jared Saltalamacchia, +1, power upgrade, already has 6 home runs. We'll see if he keeps that up though. Over to first base. This is one of those guys I think could get a downgrade warning. Could get downgraded though, so -1 Jose Abreu, less contact, hitting under 200. And another first baseman struggling to hit. He's also under 200, Freddie Freeman. I think a -2 downgrade is in order, a lot less contact. Now one guy who's got a lot of power and could get some more contact is Chris Carter. I think a +2 upgrade. He's hitting .288 against right-handers already. That deserves more than what he's got there. Over to second base, Jose Altuve I think could get a +1 or even a +2 upgrade. He's arguably the most valuable player behind Harper right now. Already has 5 home runs, all against righties. Remember, he only had 15 home runs total all of last season. So a small boost in power could mean a 1 or even a 2-point overall upgrade for the best second baseman in baseball. Speaking of second baseman Robinson Cano, the power is back, 7 home runs, 6 of them against righties. That's where I think you could get an upgrade. A 2-point, maybe even a 3-point upgrade is not out of the question. Detroit Tigers second baseman Ian Kinsler, give him a +1, nice contact to start the year, .342, and some power, 4 home runs. Second baseman John Sakura of the Diamondbacks, give him a +2. Right now against righties, he's got 3 home runs and hitting .340 average. That's a nice start. He also has some good contact against lefties. Daniel Murphy, +2. This second baseman's hitting for great average, nearly 400 batting average to start the year. Really like what he's doing with the Nationals. And finally, Neil Walker, not sure he gets an upgrade, but he does have 5 home runs against righties, but he's hitting under .240 against them, 3 home runs against lefties. So he's got some power numbers there, so give him a +1. Over to third base, Chris Bryant, the name. What's different about him? Well, he's hitting .322 against right-handed pitching, so give him a +1 upgrade. Also another third baseman making waves, Eugenio Suarez of the Reds, give him a +2, upgrade him against contact versus lefties. He's hitting .455. You can also upgrade both of his power categories, 5 total home runs to start 2016. Now the Red Sox have Travis Shaw, who's hitting .368 against righties, so he could get a +2 with a little more contact against right-handed pitchers. Over to shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki, another superstar that really deserves a downgrade warning before actually getting the downgrade, but he could get a -1. Why? He's hitting under 200 to start off the season. Xander Bogaerts, give him a +1 upgrade, hitting .315 versus righties, but the boost really would come with a speed upgrade. He has 5 stolen bases already. Over to LA, Corey Seager, a big name, but not hitting right now, only a .250 average, could get a -1 downgrade. But in St. Louis, with Johnny Peralta on the men, Adonis Diaz comes in. He's hitting a ridiculous .466 with a recent 5 for 5 day. Give him a +6 upgrade. This guy belongs. Over to left field, Starling Marte, we know him. He's hitting .340 against righties. Give him a +1. And Ryan Braun hitting .396 versus righties. He's got to get some more contact against right-handed pitchers. Now, one guy who isn't hitting for the Tigers is Justin Upton. I think a -2 is on the way, just 1 home run and a .200 average. In Houston, Colby Rasmus, already 8 home runs on the season. I think a +2 boost is on the way. He is just slugging his way through the start of the season. In New York, Michael Conforto, +3 upgrade. The real upgrade is going to come against right-handers, where he's hitting a .350 with 3 home runs. That's really good average and a great start to the season. In Arizona, Yosmani Tomas, give him a +1. Contact versus lefties is where I could see it coming, hitting over 400. And in Miami, Christian Yelich, give him a +1 upgrade. Some more contact maybe against righties and lefties. He's hitting .380 overall on the year. In center field, Lorenzo Cain, he's really struggling to start the season with a .185 average versus right-handed pitchers, maybe a -1 or just a downgrade warning. Same goes with Adam Jones. He's barely hitting .200, only 1 home run. But Dexter Fowler of the Cubs deserves a nice upgrade. Give him a +4 or somewhere around there. A very legit .365 against righties with 3 home runs against them as well. And he's still hitting really well against lefties. So I could see a nice upgrade coming for Fowler. Now, Odubel Herrera, a -1. Why? He's just not hitting well versus lefties. His 82 contact may drop there. And the other Upton brother, Melvin Upton Jr., I think he could go up +3, hitting .300 against right-handed pitchers. Over to right field, Cargo of the Rockies, give him a +1. More contact is on the way for versus righties, where he's hitting .352 against them. Mark Trumbo of the Orioles, +3, more contact, also against righties. He's hitting over .380 against right-handed pitchers. And Stephen Piscotty of the St. Louis Cardinals, give him a +1. The boost in power, he's got 4 home runs to start 16. And his counterpart, Jeremy Hazelbaker, give him a +3. He's got 5 home runs for the Cardinals and limited at-bats in the outfield for St. Louis. Those are your hitters, roster predictions for May 2nd. Make sure you check out the pitchers in my other video on the YouTube channel. This is MLB The Show Tips. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe for more.